Welcome everyone, this is Andre's Restart, and this time we are talking about more characters coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. So this will be a little bit of a prediction video. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this because there's a lot of speculation that the final trailer for Wave 6 will be coming out this week because of the spotlights we've seen on the Nintendo News channel on the Switch. But it's already Thursday and Nintendo's already been tweeting out and there hasn't been any actual trailer yet, so it's looking like we have a little bit more time here before they showcase everything about Wave 6, which to me suggests that what I was thinking about it happening towards late November might be closer to spot on. Of course, we'll still see, maybe it could still come out a bit sooner. Regardless though, we don't know what's going to happen with the characters. And what I mean is, when Nintendo put out that initial trailer showcasing one of the 8 tracks and 4 more new characters, that threw us for a loop. Because we knew we were going to be getting new characters, but based off the 4 we've already gotten on the character select screen, there were just 2 more question marks. So when they introduced 4 new characters, those being Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, Pauline, and Toadette, we're now not sure how things are going to shake out because there's not enough space for these 4 characters. They're going to have to change the layout of the character select screen again. And this could be a possible hint that maybe even more characters are on the way. Maybe they really want to go out with a bang for the final wave. If maybe it's the case that there won't be any brand new original tracks in Wave 6, maybe by adding 8 whole new characters, that's how they make things even more interesting to close it out. So that's what we're going to be speculating on today. I have some ideas for how they may handle a few more extra characters in this DLC. But before going forward, let me point out that we are aiming to reach 50,000 subscribers, so if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and enjoy the ride as we talk about Nintendo every day. So looking at the character select screen, I think they obviously have to change it around. But what might they do? One possibility is that we're not going to actually get any new characters, and what they're going to do is simply consolidate some of the spots so there's more space within the square we already have. And looking at the characters that are already there, we've seen them do this a few times. Like for example with Link, he doesn't take up 2 different slots even though there's 2 different versions of Link. You simply click on Link and it showcases the other option. And you have other characters that do this as well, like Yoshi and Birdo. So are there any Mario Kart characters left on the roster that have more than one form that could be in just one spot? Well yes, there's both Mario and Peach. We have Tanuki Mario, we have Metal Mario, we also have Gold Mario, and then we also have Cat Peach and Pink Gold Peach. These extra characters here take up 4 more spots on the roster, and they could consolidate these 4 different spots into the base Mario and Peach slots. But if they did this, they would still be opening up 2 more slots for 2 more characters that have yet to have been announced. Now you can maybe make the argument that they won't consolidate all the Peach and Mario spots, but if you're going to do some, why not do all? Personally, I think the idea of them consolidating slots is just unlikely at this point, because they could have done it already. They've already extended out the column by adding the new characters. That was the perfect opportunity to move about the Mario and Peach alts. They didn't. So I don't think they're going to, even if they add more characters beyond what's already been announced. But if they do add the 4, how is it going to look if they're not going to be moving about any slots? Well, they'll probably have to either open it up by a new row or by a new column. If they open up a new row, that would imply a lot of extra characters, and I just think expecting more than less is usually not the safest bet, especially if when we take a look at the character select screen, the way things are right now, it's very well balanced in terms of spacing on the top and the bottom, especially when you account for all the extra space we have horizontally. So if you add another column, I think it would actually make a lot more sense. If you look carefully, you'll notice that where they show off the actual character, the model to the right, there's actually quite a bit of extra space right at the end. If you compare this gap to the gap between the model and the actual character roster, it's not the same amount of space, so they could move over the model, open up another column, and it would be actually a lot more balanced. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and predict that they are going to add 1 more column so it will look more balanced here, and when they do that, there will still be 4 more characters they can add. So who would those characters be? We know that the characters are supposed to be returning characters from the Mario Kart series. So what other characters are left? Well, looking at Tor, there's actually a few, but the ones that make the most sense to me are Bomb King, Nabbit, Dixie Kong, Captain Toad, and Monty Mole. But what you'll notice is that those are 5 characters. I simply stated the 5 that I think make the most sense to be added. But if only 4 are going to make it, which of these would be cut? I'm going to guess it would be Captain Toad. Why? Because Captain Toad looks very much like normal Toad, just with a few extra accessories. Of course, maybe they could add all 5 of these, and then Captain Toad is simply an alt costume for normal Toad, which I think would make a lot more sense. But in terms of what I'm going to predict, I will predict 4 more new characters. I think they are going to go out with a bang. Maybe I'm wrong here. This is just for fun. But I think Nabbit makes a lot of sense, especially with Mario Wonder having just come out. He's a relevant character there. Bomb King is a famous boss enemy from the series. We even see him in the Mario movie. Dixie Kong is a popular Kong, and so since they added Funky Kong alongside Diddy, I think Dixie would also make a lot of sense. And then Monty Mole is just a really popular character from Super Mario Party, and I think it would also be a nice fit. So those are my predictions for the final characters they'll be adding to the Mario Kart Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Am I wrong? Do you think there's something to this idea? Let me know in the comments below. This is Andres Restart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.